So in this video, we are going to check whether a number is a prime number or not. So let's jump inside the code. So what we are going to do is that we are going to take the number from the user. For that we are going to create an integer variable and we are going to call it number. Then we are going to use the printf function to prompt the user to enter a positive number. After that we are going to use the scanf function to store that number into the variable that we have just created. After that we are going to create a new function of the return type integer and we are going to call it prime check. This function is going to take one parameter which is going to be the number. Inside this function, we are going to create two more variables. One is going to be the iterator variable and the other is going to be prime. Now the way this function would work is that it would return 0 if the number is not prime and it would return 1 if the number is prime. Remember to initialize the variable I, which is the iterator variable, with 1. After that, we are going to create a while loop and the condition for while loop is going to be that the number I is less than or equal to number divided by 2. Basically, we want our iterator variable to go to half of our actual number. And inside this while loop, we are simply going to put an if statement and we are going to check whether a number is divided by I or not. Now the way to do that is, we use the number, we put a modulus operator and then put I and set it equal to 0. If that is the case, then this is not a prime number, so we return 0. If that is not the case, then we need to put an else statement and then we iterate the value by 1. Coming out of the while loop, if that number is not divisible by any number starting from 2 up to the number itself, then we are going to return 1. And you need to change this initialization from 1 to 2 as well. So let's head back inside the main function. So in here, to store the result from our function, we need to create a new variable and we are going to call it result. Put it equal to prime check and in here pass in the argument number. Then you need to put an if statement and say like if the result is equals to 0, then print out that this is not a prime number. If that is not the case, then you can simply print out that this is a prime number. So save the code and execute it. It's going to ask us for a positive number, so let's try putting 7 and hit enter. It returns that this is a prime number. Similarly, let's rerun this code and let's try putting up a different number. Let's try something like 93. Let's hit enter and it says that this is not a prime number. So that was it for this very short C programming exercise video.